Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Let's get the comments on here. How's everybody doing? Hi. RoseWardStampersdelight.com. And I hope everybody had a great week, and I hope you're looking forward to a great weekend. I know I am. I always look forward to the weekend. So for today, what I decided to, I always say showcase, and I guess I should really say play with, is the Memories and More. Let me bring it over here. The Happiness Blooms. So I have everything right here. Let's see if I can keep it all together. So this is the Memories and More cards. Okay, and they can be found on page 26. And then they coordinate with page 24 and 25, the Happiness Blooms bundle. Good morning, Fran. So a lot of people look at those and they get overlooked in the catalog because they think they're just for scrapbooking. I make great cards with them. I love to make cards with them. You can make very intricate cards. You can make very simple cards. So I like playing around with those. So that's what I'm going to get started on. So again, if you're there, hop on, say hi, and leave me a comment, and let's get started. Okay, so if you want to order online, it's go to Stampersdelight.com. There's my February code. I just want to clarify. Good morning, Greta. I just want to clarify, you do not have to use that code to order through me. You can just go to my website. Just go to Stampersdelight.com and go to order online. Okay? All right. So let's move this out of the way. So a couple of things before we get started with that. I want to remind you, this is so exciting. Okay, celebration is still going on. Thank you, Stacy. Hi, Stacy. Celebration is still going on, but as of today, with your order, you can get free the All Adorned or the Country Floral. This is now my favorite embossing folder. And you can get either one of those free with a $50 order. Or you can get this bundle with a $100 order. That's the Designer Series paper. It's called Painted Season Bundle. And the stamp set. And this is the one that I showcased last week. I don't know if I want to call it showcasing or playing, because I feel like that's what I'm doing. I'm playing. Again, these sets are now available as free items with your orders starting today. So don't forget that, okay? Also, don't forget that you can still get the other celebration items. This is back ordered until March, so that's not available to order. Those are the ribbons, which I'll be giving away for four rolls later today. So stay tuned for that. So those are just a couple things. Also, I wanted to tell you, stock up on your celebration items now, because in March you can get the coordinating framelits for the lilies, the Call Me Cupcake, the Hopping Around or Hop Around, the Four Seasons, which that's the bundle you can get now, this Great Punch, and this coordinating stamp set. These all they all coordinate with our celebration items. So get the free celebration items now, and starting March 1st, you can order these. As a demonstrator, you can get these now. So if you'd like more information on joining my team and Stampin' Up, contact me. Okay, it's definitely something worth doing. It'll be 18 years next month. I never looked back. Okay, so let's get started. So I'm going to bring in the catalog. And here's the Memories and More cards. And you see they have a couple of scrapbook items here and a couple of cards. And, of course, the Memories and More cards and envelopes. I love these cards and envelopes. You don't even have to decorate the envelope because they're already done for you. And then if you look on page 24 and 25, you have this bundle right here and all the elements or accessories to make these great cards. So let me bring in a couple of things that I did with this last night. The first thing that I did was I did a couple of quick scrapbook pages. Now, if you're like me, you probably got 1,000 pictures or more that you haven't scrapbooked yet. And I like to do quick, easy scrapbooking. I will add a lot to it as I can, but I just want to get my pictures into my albums or my scrapbook pages. So the first one, and it is in our 6x8 pages, so it might have a little shine to it. These cards are real, and I'm going to tell you how I separate the cards too. These cards were really great for this trip that I took last May to Sicily. So the card said it was the best when, and then I just journaled. My niece gave my sister and I the trip of a lifetime. We spent 3 weeks in Sicily visiting family and sightseeing and relaxing. And then, of course, I cut this picture down to fit into the little windows there. And this is where my family was from, Ribera. So all it took was one little card, 2 pictures, and I have 1 page done. And then, of course, you can do it on the other side. You can flip it. You can use the other side of that card for some more journaling. And then put some more pictures in there. If you're not into the smaller scrapbook pages, let me bring in this one. This is a larger one. I don't know that I can get the whole thing. But again, it says, this one says, it all started with, and it says Ribera, Sicily. Here is where my great-grandfather was born. And in May of 2018, we traveled back there. We got to spend the day with our Sicilian cousins who showed us where it all started. So again, this is in Ribera. These are some of my cousins there that still live there. They'd never come to the United States, but there were 4 brothers. 3 came to America, and the only one that stayed here was my grandfather, my great-great-grandfather. We have, these aren't oranges. I forgot the name of this fruit. But they have fig trees out there. They do have orange trees too. Lemons. So they have all kinds of citrus groves out there. And this was kind of like a little mishmash of pictures. This is us at the town hall. My cousin used to be the mayor, and that's the mayor now. And they gave us a plaque to the city, which was really cool. And then this is the whole family having some pizza. Again, all I had to do was put one of our cards in here, journal what the page was, and then put the coordinating pictures. So I do like the cards for that. And let me flip it over because I want to show you. I also used the designer series paper found on page 25, which matches it, to put the cards on and have a little backing. But then again, I can flip this over, and this is what I hope to do tomorrow, is scrapbook my whole trip. And I can use that. I just like the real bright colors. Tangerine. No, they're not tangerines. They start with an M, and I'll look it up. I forgot. Not mandarins. There's a fruit out there, and I can't think of what it is. I can never remember it. Megan said tangerines, but they're not tangerines. But I will. This actually might be the oranges, but I'm not sure. No, it's that other fruit. I have to look it up. So this is what you can do with the scrapbook pages. But you can do a lot more. So let me bring these in and show you what I do when I get a pack of these cards. Okay, so you get cards like this that have these sticker sheets. And I got to remember to move slowly so that it doesn't freeze. And I put them all in order. So I like to look through them and see what's what and what I might want to use. Then you have the larger sheets. And I don't know if you can see it, but some of these larger sheets are actually embossed. And that's what I'm going to show you today. So I like to put those aside. And then I go through them. I go through the large ones and the small ones. And you usually get 2 of each. So I look at the front, I look at the back, and that's how I stack them. I think I'm going to use that as a card. I'll use that as a card because I like the saying. That's definitely a card. So you get the idea. If it's got a saying, oh, happy day, I don't think I'll use it as a card. I think I might use that in my scrapbook page. And so on. Now, anything that has, journaling spots, I flip it over. I could use that side, but I always like to keep this as a journaling, so I put that aside for journaling, and so on and so forth. Okay, the same thing with the small ones. I take a look at those, I put them in order. What do I want to do with that? This has both sides, nothing, you know, it doesn't have any place for journaling. This would definitely be used for a card. Okay, this could be used for journaling. So that might be a journaling card. So you see what I'm saying? I put these in the order I want to use them. And again, this is just the way I do it. That would be journaling, journaling. And at least I have some kind of order when I'm ready to scrapbook. Okay? And again, you can see all the cards. Thinking of you. Job well done. So let's just put those aside. They coordinate great with the dot to dot embossing folder, and if you notice, that's exactly what some of these sheets look like. Let me just find one. A good one to show you would be, of course I'm not going to find it now, right? This one, the one that's embossed. Okay, dot to dot. Coordinates with that. Coordinates with the designer series paper. That's on page 24 and 25 and 26. And the Bloom by Bloom, you'll see me use that. So you can incorporate that stamp set. So let me show you some of the cards first that I did. The first one that I did, I used the stamp set with from Amazing Life. Now this isn't on that page, it's on another page. But you see the little shamrock there and the good luck. This just reminded me of St. Patrick's Day. So I brought in this designer series paper. It's designer series paper, but this had a small card, okay? And I used the white envelopes, the Memory and More white envelopes, small envelopes and cards from the big catalog. This just reminds me of clovers. And then what I did was I just punched out 3 clovers and made a quick, easy little St. Patrick's Day card. I'm glad they came out with clovers. I don't make a lot of St. Patrick's Day cards, but I do like to make a few of those, being half Irish. Okay, so that's one of them. The next card, oh, and let me just show you the envelope I did with that. Again, I just put a little shamrock on there. This one was one of my favorites. Okay, it looks like a showery thing to me. Okay, so I'll bring that one in. I paired that up with the new Easter set, Fable Friends, or spring set, which I will be showcasing later this month or in March. And I made it into a little shower card, baby shower card. And of course I used my favorite polka dot tulle ribbon. Stampin' Up, if you're listening, please keep this in the catalog. It is one of the best ribbons ever. So easy to work with. And I didn't put anything in there yet because this is going to be for a shower. Okay, and you see I stamped it and just did it in pink, blue, and green. And then, of course, I have the little envelope to go with it. Moving on, I took another card and bring that in. Because it was pink, I wanted this to have a lot of pink, and I used the Artfully Aware, and what I did was right on top of that, I put the pink ribbon for breast cancer awareness. This is actually, Chrissy, if you're watching, don't listen. This is actually for my niece who is going to have surgery next Thursday, or next Wednesday, I'm sorry, the 20th. And this was perfect when I saw the saying, good luck, you've got this. And I wish anybody out there that is diagnosed with this terrible disease or fighting this terrible disease, you have my thoughts and prayers. And I just put that on some of our Petal pink cardstock, some glittery pink, made a quick, easy card. Another one of my favorites now, let me bring this in. We have the, remember, we have, these are the small cards. And we have the large ones, but I've used most of those up. And the large cards, there's the matching envelopes. There's the small ones. You don't have to use them with the bloom set. You can use them with anything. We did a card at my last class using the Beauty Abounds, I think it was, the butterflies. But they're great because they're just already cut for you. Now, of course, the larger cards are bigger than our normal ones. That's why you need the envelopes. So let me show you this one. This is my Happy Spring. And this is one of the embossed. I wish we got more of these embossed sheets in the card pack because I love those. As soon as I saw this, I knew I wanted to pair it up with that duck and her little ducklings. So I made a cute little Easter card. Happy Spring, Easter greetings. Isn't that cute? Took me no time at all. And again, I used the Fable Friends with that, which will probably be the one I do next week. And of course, I just did some of my stitched framelits. And the still shots will be on later on. Okay. Isn't that great? And then, of course, it's got the matching envelope. Okay, so I'm going to hold this one till later. Oh, and put this over here. Let me show you. Okay, where's my favorite one? Oh, here it is. Okay. Okay, here's my favorite one. So, again, this just reminded me of spring. It's one of those embossed cards. And I paired it up with the Bloom by Bloom because that matches. I actually embossed this. No, we don't have this color embossing powder, but I'm going to show you how I did that. And I made a nice spring card. I didn't do the inside because I'm not sure if I'm going to use it for a birthday, a spring birthday, or Easter. And of course, my other favorite ribbon, which Stampin' Up! If you're listening, please keep this in the catalog. This is our Petal Pink Variegated ribbon. And add some more colors. Love this. It's so easy to work with. So again, I just put that embossed card on there. And I embossed this flower. Added some embellishments. And I don't know if you can see that. But let me show you how I did this real quick. Now, I'm not going to actually emboss it, but I'm going to show you how I did it. Okay. So I'm going to bring in my Blushing Bride. Now, a lot of our inks, well, all of our inks, I should say, you can emboss if they're juicy enough. But for this one, I really wanted to make sure it embossed, and it's a light color. So, and this is just the way I do it. It worked for me. I'm going to go ahead and, okay, so the first thing I did, and you can see through it. This works with stamps that you can see through, or if you use your Stamparatus. I'm going to ink it up in my Versamark first. And I didn't have my paper piercing mat there, which I should have. And I don't have it near me, so we're going to wing it, okay? I don't worry about if I don't clean this off. You should tap it off or clean it off. And then I'm just going to grab some of my Petal Pink, or this is Blushing Bride, sorry. And I'm going to line that up. And sorry if my head is in the way. Right on top of that. It's okay if it doesn't get perfect because you can see that it embosses the clear too. Let me just move this over. Now, we used to have these trays. We don't have them anymore, but I actually found a couple of them in the Dollar Tree. I'm going to take my clear embossing powder. This was the old embossing powder. That's why it's so big and it needs to be cleaned out because there's some lint in there. And that's all I did. Now, I'm not going to get up and heat it. You know how to use a heat tool. If you don't, maybe that's something I need to do at my next video. That's all I did. When I heat it, I get this embossed flower in Blushing Bride. So that's how you can get embossed colors. So I hope you like that one. This one I'm going to show you a little bit something else with that. Okay, so let's see how easy it is to make a card. Okay, so here's one of our cards. Here is the wishing you all the best. So I'm going to use that one. Quick and easy. This is definitely simple stamping. And oh, by the way, when you join Stampin' Up, there's other perks. I won for the simple stamping in January, and I meant to bring my card over here. It was one of my Valentine's Day cards. So I got a little freebie from Stampin' Up. There you go. You got a card. Doesn't get any easier than that. Want to do something else with it? Make it a little prettier. Is that a word? A little prettier. Just cut a piece of ribbon. Need a quick, easy card? There you go. It doesn't get any easier than that. I'll play around with that later. Ta-da! Okay, you want to add some more to it, just so that it has a little 3D effect or whatever. These already have little dots, but how about we take some more? Whoop, I guess time to put some more putty in there. Let's put some embellishments on there. Now it's got the 3D ones. And this has all the colors, so let's do a couple of these. Over here, maybe. This is great for new stampers and avid stampers that need a quick, easy card that still look nice. There you go. It's pretty easy. Okay, let's step it up a notch. I'm going to bring in my pineapple punch. Oh, thank you, Angie. I'm going to just fold that in half. And is my bone folder here? No, of course not. Thought I had everything. I have one table set up where I'm working and one table where I'm videoing. And then I have to take everything down when I have a class. Okay, so guess what? Here's a little trick for you. If you don't have bone folder, take your stamp pad. Burnish it that way. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in a piece of the Designer Series paper that hi Karen, that I had already cut. Love this paper. If you don't like one side, there's always the other side. Honestly, I'm not sure I like that side. But then again, this would be great for a masculine card. Maybe with the Mustang on it. Okay, so think mix and match. Okay, so hi Charlene, welcome. Charlene's from Melbourne. How's the weather over there? It's pretty cold here. I'm ready for spring. All right, I'm just going to snail this down and put that right on the... Now, this is a regular half of a sheet of cardstock folded in half, and this Designer Series paper is 4 by 5 1/4. That's my go-to size, okay? Yes, it is stunning. Thank you, Megan. I love this paper. Now I'm going to bring in another piece of pineapple punch, and this one was 1.5 inches by 5.5. I think that was 5.5. I don't have my ruler here. And this new grid paper doesn't have my... Oh, here. My other thing does. I think it's 5. Oh, 4 1/4. Sorry. Wrong way. Okay. And what I'm going to do here is I could lay that down this way, or something a little bit different. Bring in my dimensionals. Pop it up a bit. Make it a 3-dimensional card. That's all it really takes to make a simple stamping card and give it a little step up. Let's go ahead and put that right there. And then I have the thinking of you right there. And I'm going to do the same thing with this, only what I'm going to do here is put them in the middle. Now this could still go through the mail because it's not that puffy. Do you like my technical terms I use? Trust me, I'm like this at my day job too. They all know. Technical is not me. Puffy works, right? I'm going to go right ahead and put that right here. Thinking of you. Quick and easy card. But I want to add a little bit more to that too. So how about taking some of the blue? Because there's a lot of blue here, and I want that really to stand out. And these are the 3 different sizes. Still looks good. But of course, bring in some ribbon. And you notice I never measure anything. That's the great thing about stamping. You can wing it. And then let's put a little ribbon on here. My go-to ribbon. There you go. I'll trim the ribbon later. There we go. This is so great for quick, easy cards. I could even put some more embellishments on it, or maybe I want to put some rhinestones on it, or pearls to make it stand out a little more. It doesn't get any easier than that. So don't overlook these in the catalog. I've got one more I'm going to show you. Let me just play around with this real quick. I like this ribbon again because I can leave it, make a nice big bow, and it fits in the envelope because it's so pliable. Okay. Okay. So that's another one. I'm going to put this over here, and I'll bring them all back in. So let's see how it works out. Now, remember, I said you only get one each of these embossed ones. And this one, I love this one. So let's see how it looks if we do it a different way. I'm going to bring in the card. I'm going to take this embossed piece. And I already did the oval piece. Okay, so this is our layering framelit stitched ovals. I'm going to bring in another one of these Bloom by Bloom, which the stamp, they're all over. The stamp matches this, the flower in there. Okay, I'm going to bring in my Versamark. Again, I should have my mat, which I don't have here. And I definitely want to tell you, when you're embossing with a clear stamp, you definitely want to have your mat. I don't want to walk over to the other side of the room, so there we go with that. And then let's see. I'm going to use the Happy Spring, if I can find where I put it. There it is. The Happy Spring. Again, so I used Bloom by Bloom, and I'm bringing in the Happy Spring from the Fabled Friends. Right below that flower, I'm going to do Happy Spring, because this paper is just so springy looking. Don't forget the products in our annual catalog. I'm going to bring in the lovely lipstick because that matches that. Bring my tray in again. I'm going to heat emboss this. Put as much as you want on. I like to put a lot on, cover it all. Look at that, dimensionals. Those backings of the dimensionals, they are all over. They're driving my husband nuts. He'll get over it. Okay, now you can use the embossing buddy. I don't use it. I've never used it. I used it once or twice in the beginning when it first. I just don't use it. What I do use is a little paintbrush to get off those little specks, or I flick it. It usually works for me. And again, everybody's got their own way of doing things. So there is my flower and my happy spring. I'm going to go over and emboss that. Didn't you hear me embossing and doing the heat embossing? There we go. And there you have it in the lovely lipstick, and it's embossed just like this flower. So I'm going to go ahead and snail this down. Actually, I'm using Fast Fuse today. Waiting for my refills. I can't believe I ran out of refills of snail. Always have a backup. There we go. Then this one I'm going to put right on top with my dimensionals. So I haven't started my Sunday, what I'm going to do for Sunday. So I'm going to ask my stamping friends. I'm going to stop for 1 second. Should I do Fabled Friends on Sunday, or should I do the other one I was looking at, which I haven't played with yet? And where is it? Let's just see. I know it's in here, I just don't know what page. So let's just see what page it is so I can show you. It's a birthday one. Ah, there it is. Okay. So, should I do Birthday Cheer with the edgelets, or should I do Fable Friends? Drop me a comment. I'll be working on that Sunday morning, so let me know which ones you'd like to see, and then I'll pick from how many comments I get. Okay, back to this card. Okay, so I did that on dimensionals. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in those sticker sheets. Don't forget the sticker sheets. Okay. And they've got these little leaves here. So let's take a little leaf. Okay, I'm just going to pull it off. Let's put that right there. I could have done this before I put it on the card, but I actually just thought of it. I'm just going to put that one right there. How's that look? Okay. And then I'm going to take this big flower, I think. No, you know what? Let's change it up a little bit. Let's put this one in there. Now, I don't know which way it's going to go. There we go. Which way? There we go, right there. But you know what? I'm going to change that again. I want that to pop up, so I'm going to, then it doesn't have to be perfectly aligned. I'm going to put this in there. Kind of ties all the colors together and adds even more color. Little pop-up right there. How easy was that? Look at that. How easy. And you know me, let's add a little ribbon and let's see what it looks like with the ribbon. This one I'll definitely put away and put a Happy Easter on in the inside. Definitely going to be ordering more of this ribbon. It's the best. Let's play with my bow a little bit. This one I would trim, that tail is a little bit too long. And there you have it. So again, don't forget the Memories and More kits, because they make beautiful cards. This is a great spring card. Let me bring in the cards again. We have those two. We have this one. have the wishing you the best. I like to keep these kind of cards on hand with nothing inside so that I can just grab them if I need a card. One of my cute favorites. The little ducks. And then this one. And you can stamp over those cards. And I meant to tell you for this card, for the Sweet Baby came from the Itty Bitty Greetings. This is another go-to set for me in the annual catalog. So sweet. And then, of course, my St. Patrick's Day or St. Patrick's Day card. So I hope I gave you a lot of ideas for using the Memories and More kit. Also, don't forget, of course, we can use them for scrapbooking. And now that I have everything out on my one table over there, I have 4 tables down here, so I get a lot of use out of them. I think I'll be scrapbooking tomorrow and get my trip to Sicily done. So I hope you enjoyed my video today. Let me switch this back. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope to see you back here Sunday night at 7 p.m. But before I do that, let me grab the winners from the ribbon. I didn't want to waste time pulling, no, I shouldn't say waste time, but pulling names. I already pulled the names just before the video. This is what I had said. I had 4 of these new ribbons left, and you can't get these ribbons right now. So it's going to be the luck of the draw who gets what color. Okay? But I'm going to, I'm just reading a comment. Have that order. Can't wait to get it. Oh, Judy, you're going to love it. Okay, so I'm going to, the names are the winners are, and I do have them right here. You do have to contact me for your address, to give me your address. I have Pam Wibble or Weeble. It's W-E-I-B-L-E. Yay, Pam. Congratulations. Betty Welton. Betty, you're the second winner. Deborah Poole. And Philomena Sasso. So those are my 4 winners for the ribbon. Ladies, I need your addresses. Okay, so in order to get these out, I do need you to send me your address. You can either go to stampersdelight.com and get my email so that you can email it to me, or send it to me in a private message. And what I will do is the first one who emails me, as you email me, tell me what your first choice is. Okay, so the first person to send me the email will actually have the first choice of the color. Okay, and I'll do another giveaway on Sunday, so please don't forget to share my videos, leave me comments, and don't forget my YouTube channel, Stampersdelight. I have over 100 videos now. I think it's 101. I'm so excited. Thank you all for tuning in and making that happen for me. Thank you again for tuning in. See you Sunday. Have a great weekend. Bye. Happy stamping.